What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to No Life Till Metal. Going to be doing a No Life Till Metal graphics update today, and I also have an announcement to make about NoLifeTilMetal Records. So I'm going to get right into it quickly. This is the vinyl and CD release for Deliverance. Learn. Still shrink wrapped. Hype sticker. This is I basically took the original cover. I didn't do much to it other than bring out some of the contrast just a little bit because it was really supposed to have that kind of muted 90s look. Musically here, they're kind of like David Bowie meets Daniel Amos meets Queensryche, and there's a heavy Queensryche influence on here, but it's still slow and heavy. It has a Mesa Boogie crunch. But yeah, the cover, it is what it is. I didn't change much to it. I did return the classic Deliverance logo to the top as opposed to the, I don't know, I think they had like some Palatino or Times New Roman font on the top instead. So I put the classic Deliverance logo back on. Like I said, hype sticker, back cover, band photo. This photo here was part of the original release. This has never been released on vinyl before, so this is the first time on vinyl. But yeah, that image was released in advertising for the album. It was inside the CD and whatnot. So it came out real nice. I'm really happy with it. If I would have had my choice, I would have gone on the uncoated stock because it just would have added to the overall feel of this kind of dull look. But whatever. Didn't have my choice. And so we have a picture sleeve. This is not a insert, it is a sleeve, as you can see. So we got a lyrics, we got liner notes from producer Terry Taylor on here. Believe it or not, these liner notes were in the original CD. Good luck reading them. Totally and completely unreadable. I didn't even know they were there until Jimmy Brown said, hey, can you get the liner notes from the original? Because I'm very proud of those, he said. And I'm like, liner notes? So I go back to the original, I look, wow, they are liner notes there. They're just impossible to read. You can read them now. And then here is a collage of this time period accurate, right around the time this came out in 1993, 1994 in that area. So these are, the players who played on the album and guys who were around during that time. You got hanging out at the Intense Studios down here, Intense Records, which the original came out on. Roger Martinez, Dennis Cameron. That's Lanny Cordola from House of Lords and Jafria. Ted Kirkpatrick from Tourniquet. He also played in Trouble for a while. And then, of course, Jimmy Brown down here. And up here in the corner, that's actually Ray Parra from Sacred Warrior. And it was just black vinyl this time around. It was a decision between myself and Matt Hunt from Retroactive Records that we not do a splatter vinyl. It just didn't seem it needed it. It's just... It doesn't lend itself to a splatter vinyl. It needs to be just black. So we went ahead and did that. And as with all Retroactive Records releases, there is the Retroactive Flame on the back, custom center rings, full color, and pretty sure this is 180 gram vinyl. It feels pretty heavy. It could be 140 gram, but it's one of the two. So there's that one, and then also that was released on CD with a 12 or 16 page booklet. Again, it has a lot of the same graphics in it. It's got the same photo collage in it and same liner notes. So everything you got in the CD is also on the vinyl. There's no bonus tracks or anything like that. Both were remastered by Rob Calla at Boneworks Sound. This next one's also on Retroactive Records. Now, I can't tell you much about this musically because it's just a bit outside of my musical taste. I know this band was very popular for a while. It had some hit on the radio, something about, I don't know, Angel Kisses or I don't know, something like that. But Sixpence None the Richer. This is their first album. Their first album was on REX Records. This is the original cover. Brought it to life best I could from a CD because there was no original files anywhere. Retypeset, the whole front here to make it crisp and clean. Brought as much color out as I could because it's, again, 1990s alternative pop music. Female vocals, it kind of has that look, and that's what it is. A lot of the 90s stuff was really depressing, if you ask me. The artwork and the graphics are very bland. Back cover is also from the original cassettes. Of course, I retypeset everything on here. New liner notes. That is a limited run vinyl pressing, yeah, came out really nice. As with the Deliverance, this one has a picture sleeve. Sixpence None the Richer. Picture of the band and lyrics, and if you look really closely in the background, instead of focusing on the lyrics, focus on the background, you kind of see there's like a bunch of coins in the background, pence. I believe they're called, or Sixpence. Sixpence. And this one is just on a, this is not a splatter vinyl, this is on a straight orange vinyl, and it came really nice. I'm really happy with how this one looks. Very clean. And again, and if you look closely, it does have the retroactive flame on it, even though it's more masked on this one than others. And then, there was no CD pressing for that one, because you can get those CDs cheap. So therefore they didn't repress CDs, and it was never on vinyl before, so that's why they ran a vinyl version of it. So that's the second album that limited run vinyl's done for Sixpence None the Richer. The first one sold out in a couple weeks, and now they sell for like $80 or $90 on eBay. And then this one here, there's still a few copies left if anybody's interested. It is boonsoverstock.com. Same thing with the Deliverance, boonsoverstock.com. And then I did this artwork for Mastodon, and if you don't know who this band is, after John Elefante parted ways with Kansas in the 80s, he formed this project. I wouldn't call it really a band, more of a project with his brother. So it's John and Dino Elefante, and the band's called Mastodon. The album's called It's Jungle Out There, front cover, back cover. This one happens to be on Girder Music, girdermusic.com. However, it is part of the Limited Run Vinyl series, and as you'll see on the bottom corner, there is the Limited Run Vinyl logo. The vinyl this time has a bonus track, which is nice. You don't usually get a bonus track on vinyl. But it has a song called Wasn't This Love that originally appeared on the California Metal release in, I think it was, what, 1986 or so? That album came out, maybe in 1985, somewhere in that area. But yeah, Wasn't It Love is included as a bonus track on the inside B. Cover came out beautiful. I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, it looks fantastic. I'm sounding like I'm bragging, but I'm going to brag. It looks better than the original CD version of it. The lettering's better, it's crisper, it's clearer. There were some letters that were off-center in the original that just drove me nuts. When I blew that thing up, I'm like, oh my goodness, why is it letter? It looks awful. But yeah, this looks fantastic. One minor flaw, the post office dinged my box. I got a little bit of a bend, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like the other three I showed, this one comes in a picture sleeve. I tend to take the records out of the picture sleeves, so I don't care if it's this picture sleeve or an insert. I end up putting them in a different sleeve anyhow because these tend to get torn really easy. So liner notes, who played what, lots of, I mean, this is a project, so you've got 1, 2, 3 drummers, 1, 2, 3, 4 bass players, 1, 2, 3 guitar players, lead vocals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lead vocalists, 4 different background vocalists. Yeah. It's just a ton of different musicians that played on this thing. Explanation of what Mastodon is from John Elefante. You know, just your typical liner notes. And lyrics on the backside with the bonus track once again coming from the California Metal release. And this one is a splatter vinyl, and it's really pretty. There's your splatter vinyl. And again, this is on Girder Records. You can see the Girder logo on the bottom on there. So it's girdermusic.com if you're interested in buying that one. I don't think it's sold out. I ain't promising anything because it might be sold out. But I know it's pretty darn close if it's not sold out yet. Those limited run vinyls, the thing is they only press 200 each time. So 200 don't stick around very long. The Sixpence None the Richer, they pressed 200 of them. The first album, which is actually their second album, that they pressed, they only pressed 100 of them, so those sold out really quick. So this time around they did 200, so there's still a few left. And also the gold CD. So, and I showed this in the past video, so I won't go too detailed in it. Everything that's in the vinyl is in the CD, liner notes, lyrics, all that kind of stuff. You do have a gold CD. Really like how the face of this one came out because you can see all the wrinkles and the dinosaur. Very classy. I love the gold discs. I like the black on gold. I just think it looks very classy. Some people like the full color disc better. They like to have that that full color look, and I think that's cool too. But on these gold discs, I just think the black is very classy. So there you go. I'll leave links below to boonsoverstock.com and Girder Music in case anybody's interested. But I also want you to know that let's try it one more time. On NoLifeTilMetal Records, we are releasing the Bangalore Choir on Target album. And this is one of the stickers that the first 50 pre-orders come with. We're releasing it on vinyl and CD. 200 vinyl, 50 black, 150. I'm sorry, 50 red, 150 black, plus it's also 300 CDs available. So that's NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com. Those are on sale now. They went on sale yesterday, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but they're selling fantastic. It's definitely the best-selling release that has been on NoLifeTilMetal Records so far, out of any. And I've released Mass and Banshee and some Veil of Deception and some great stuff. So I'm really happy that people are digging Bangalore Choir. Bangalore Choir, of course, features David Reese, who formerly sang of Accept, and also of the band Circle of Silence, which I've also raved about, and we put out their 2 albums on vinyl a few months ago on NoLifeTilMetal Records. As well, there's 4 or 5 other releases that are coming out, that came out yesterday on Limited Run vinyl. Recon Behind Enemy Lines, which just happened to have the CD here. Not for any other reason, but because I was listening to it. And let's see, there's Tamplin and Friends and Axe to Grind, which is a great album. It features a ton of great guitar players. Lonnie Cordola, Mark St. John, who was, of course, with Kiss, Scott Van Zen, trying to think of who else. Joey Tafoya from, who's Joey? I know he did a lot of solo stuff on Shrapnel, but he was also with Jag Panzer. So a lot of great things on there. Ken Mary played on that album, so also from House of Lords. So that Tamplin and Friends is great. The first Shout album's coming out. It won't be long. Trying to think, what am I missing here? Oh, Paradox. Paradox is great. Paradox is from Texas. Fantastic old school heavy metal. Like I compare him to like early Queensryche, Sacred Warrior, and Heir Apparent, kind of in that area, with that high pitched singing voice. But straightforward heavy metal, a little bit progressive, great stuff. If you go onto YouTube, you can find clips of the new remixes and these, remasters, and they sound fantastic. And then finally, Tourniquets, Stop the Bleeding, on vinyl as well. So if you're interested in any of those, limitedrunvinyl.com, and I'll leave a link below for that too. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.